What's up, guys? My name's Jason. This is Gundam Patrol, and should you buy this? Alright, folks, what's happening? Thanks for joining me. My name's Jason, and welcome into Gundam Patrol. So this is the full cycle frame prototype mobile suit right here. I purchased this from New Type HQ, and I say this every time I mention their store. I live near there, so I'm not affiliated with them. I just like to support the local business, which are those guys, and they're really cool. By the way, if you haven't checked them out, I'll leave a link in the bottom below so you can check out their store. So anyway, we're gonna talk about this particular Gundam right here. By the way, if this is your first time viewing my channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. And in one of these corners up here, I'll put a link to a video which I've done before this one, which talks about a little giveaway I'm doing when I reach 100 subscribers. So go ahead and check that out when you're done here. So let's talk about this this Gundam right here. And let me bring my camera a little bit closer and then lower it so we can see. So there he is right there. There is the Gundam. It's the armor. It's the full armored Unicorn Gundam. And here is the instruction. Actually, let me move this back real quick. And here's the instruction manual so you all can see that. This is obviously what comes inside, right? This one took me about 8 hours to do, maybe a little bit longer. I spent one Saturday afternoon building this, and it was a lot of fun. Just be aware that if you haven't built this particular mobile suit yet, there is a ton of pieces that you have to utilize in order to get it to look like what it does now. Meaning that these little fuchsia colored pieces in here, there's a lot of those you have to connect and snap. Of course, these little bullets, which are behind the legs. Let me see. Actually, you can see them right here. They're right here in the guns. Those things are all separate. And one of the things that I didn't, wasn't so much the difficulty about this particular Gundam. It was the fact that a lot of these pieces seem to, the instruction manual kind of makes things a little bit confusing as to where they go, how they sit, whatnot. At least that was for me in my experience and with building this. And you can see this piece right here, which is on the back of the jetpacks. This actually had, actually it should say on the back of the bullet or the weapons packs right there. This thing keeps falling out. It's not very secure in there. You're probably going to have to use some sort of an epoxy or something like that, or something to get it to stay in there. But other than that, I really haven't had anything fall off, quote unquote. But just little things like this keep and that's kind of annoying. They keep popping out, even when you move it in the slightest. And of course, this little piece right here on the weapon, this thing will come out fairly easily if you bump into it. The connection where it snaps in right there is not very good. Other than that, it was a great build. It's definitely not, even though it's a high grade, I definitely wouldn't call it a beginner build by any means. At one point I had to snap some things together and then unsnap them because I didn't understand the instruction portion of where you're supposed to put them. But anyway, I don't have one of those turntables, so I'm going to kind of turn it around. But this is what it looks like when it's finished. You've got the guns over here. This shield, actually there's another portion where you can take and put it so it looks like this, which turns into a gun. There should be 3 of them if you don't want to utilize those on the Gundam itself, but they look like this with these stands, which is kind of cool. So when you have it standing, in my particular case, I'm just using the one, and he's got the other ones mounted on his body. So there's one on the back and one on the side, and of course this one here. Now if you take all 3 of those off, you can utilize these 3 things, and then you have, of course, the three weapons, which I will show you what it looks like. Let me find it in the instructions here. So here it is right here. Let me move him out of the way again. So this is one of your options. See, that thing fell off right there? This is one of your options right here. You can get it to look like that, which is actually pretty cool. I opted just to do it this way because I like kind of how that looks. I like them sitting on the Gundam rather than being next to him. And I may change it at some point when I put him in my display. But you can see when I'm talking about how this part of his weapon fell off. It's this little piece here in the back that for whatever reason it just doesn't snap on all that well. I don't know why that is, but yeah, see? And of course his hand fell off, and that's what I'm talking about. Some of the pieces in here, they don't stick together very well. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just, I don't know why they just don't. It wasn't nothing I did in terms of cutting stuff out. They just don't hold together very well. But once you get it in there and you don't move it around, it'll stay. Like I said, this is just going to go in a display cabinet. It's going to sit, so it should look fine. So other than that, let me put this back together again real quick. And there's a couple different variations on the weapon that you can use. This is the particular one that I chose. And you can see how that thing just kind of, it doesn't stay very well. So I'm probably going to end up epoxying that piece in there. But anyway, this is one of the weapons that he has right there. You can see that. It's got a little handle right there on the side, which his hands do fit into. And there's another version of this that you can do. Let me turn him around a little bit so you can see him from the side. You can see he's got his guns up there, these little packs in the back, which are actually really cool. And then let me turn them from the back so you can see what's going on right there. I'm moving forward. These are actually stands which actually kind of holds them up. If those weren't there holding them up, this thing would be falling over all the time. It's so top heavy with all these guns here, the thing would just fall over completely. So there's that. Let me turn it to the side again so you can see the shield right there that he's holding. That's one of the other weapons, which looks like that up close. And let me pick this up so you can see it, how it looks there. That's what it looks like there. And it's got again, the fuchsia things here on the sides. And let me turn it to the forward again so you can see. And then this is a full view. There he is right there. All in all, this was a great build. It's definitely worth building if you like kind of, for me, again, like I said, for me, I wouldn't call this challenging. I wouldn't call this a challenging build for me, but it was, I understand something. I haven't built Gundams, it's 2007 was the last time I started doing them. And except for the ones that I built here, which there are 5 up here, this is my 6th one. It's not one of those, you know, real grades or anything like that. So I was kind of surprised by that. In any case, definitely look into to getting this one. Like I said, if you're interested, I'm doing that giveaway, and it's the same exact unit, except it's just a different color. But anyway, definitely on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this probably a 7. I love how it looks. I just, like for me, like I said, it's just that there's so many, the things just don't stick together well, and you kind of have to keep pushing the pieces on there to get them to stay. Anyway, that's just my opinion. That's just, your kit may differ if you get one, but maybe my kit was just the one where it had the pieces that were kind of, you know, just didn't want to stick very well. But anyway, that's my thoughts on this particular Gundam. I hope you enjoyed the review. I'm not a great reviewer, but I just wanted everybody to see the one that I had built. It's, like I said, it's definitely a lot of fun to do. It's just that my only gripe is the fact that the pieces just don't stick together very well. Other than that, it's a great build. Definitely go out there, if you haven't built this one yet, go out there and get it, because there it goes again. Because the weapons and everything that come along with this thing, it just makes it a cool looking piece. It's gonna look great in the stand. Like I said, once I fix some of the little things like this, which don't go on very well, there it is again. But you can see if it just, yeah, there it goes. See, it just doesn't stick on there very well. So this just needs a little bit of epoxy and it will stay. Anyway, yes, I definitely think you should buy this. Definitely go out and get it and enjoy it, have fun with it. If you haven't built it yet, it's a great Gundam to build. Anyway, thanks again for checking out the video. Hope you enjoyed the review. Go ahead and leave a thumbs up and a like, and again, don't forget to like and subscribe. My name's Jason. I will see you next time.